Hello, beautiful people. Good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're tuning into my channel for the first time, my name is Peace and I'm your favorite sociologist. On this channel, I bring you frank talks about the society and you. And on this channel, I stay on the side of positivity. Okay, guys. Yes, I look stressed. I've been working since morning, but I just want to drop this little thought with you people. Today, I want to talk about over pampering. Some parents believe that over pampering their children is the best way they can express love to their children. They believe that by not correcting their children, it shows they love the children. They believe that by giving their children everything they demand and want per time means they love the children. They believe that when the child goes wrong, disciplining the child by beating or flogging or scolding is wrong and it shows they hate them. So people who do those things to their children, who discipline their children, who beat their children, who scold their children, actually don't love their children. But guys, I'm here to let you know that in this society that we live, the overpampered children are going to grow in the same society with the disciplined children. And it's a pitiable situation for you to believe that as a parent, the child you have spoiled, the child you've overpampered, is going to go into the world and be able to do exploits. That is the wrongest way and the wrongest thing you can think, and the gravest mistake you can make as a parent. Why am I saying so? Overpampered children, they grow up believing that the world revolves around their feet. They grow up believing that everything they want, they have. They grow up believing that they can never be told no, that it is impossible for them to want something and not have it. They grow up believing that every other person in the world has to adjust to their own character structure. But does the world really work that way? Does the world really revolve around the feet of that child you are pampering and making them feel that the world revolves around their feet? There are so many. So this child that you have spent your years, right from childhood, as a parent, you've spent your years molding this child, building this child, and grooming this child to believe that anything at all they want in life, they get. You never say no to those children. When they do something, you know very well that this thing they have done is wrong. But you bring them closer, you embrace them, you hug them, you give them kisses and pecks on the cheeks. And then you tell yourself, oh, I love my child so much. Have you thought that in the next 20 or 30 years, that child is not going to be so little anymore? That child is going to become independent. And that child is going to have much more needs, wants, and demands that the society may not be able to provide. And you as a parent may not be able to provide. Because overpampered children, they grow up becoming very, very dependent. They grow up feeling and believing that everybody has to do anything and everything they want. And so by the time they go into the society, it becomes a struggle. It becomes a problem. They begin to feel they are not liked because when they do things, people are going to open up to say, oh, this thing you are doing is wrong. So they automatically begin to see anybody who stands up against them or who speaks up against them as a person who doesn't like them. Whereas in the real sense of it, that is not so. But you as a parent, you gave them that belief that yes, you weren't speaking up against them, you weren't chastising them, you weren't disciplining them because you loved them. And any other person who tries to speak up or try to scold them or try to say no to them when they demand something doesn't like them. So now I ask as a parent, how long do you think you will be able to continue with this momentum? It is said, spare the rod and spoil the child. And the interesting part of the thing is, whatever you sow in life, you may not repeat immediately. And of course, in the terms of children, you will not repeat immediately. But you can be sure that in the next 20 years, you will not be able to control that child, because that child has never understood obedience or submission. That child has grown to believe that they have the final say. That child has grown to believe that it is what they say that stands. That child has grown to believe that anything they want, they get. So even you as a parent, you're going to be in big soup. Yes, you're going to be in big soup. And by that time, you're going to start running around looking for who will help you discipline the child. The child that you failed to discipline when they were young and tender, that you would have easily molded and disciplined. And I ask again, why do some parents feel the need to overpamper their children? Is it that they don't learn from the people or from the society? Is it that they don't see that other people who have overpampered their children over time and over the years end up regretting it? It becomes worrying when you see this kind of children released into the society, and they become a problem to other children whose parents have taken time to nurture, to raise, to mold, to build, to discipline. And then you begin to wonder, that child, that overpampered child, that spoiled child, that untrained child is going to go to the same nursery, primary and secondary school and even university with the disciplined ones. And I just keep wondering, why do parents even feel the need to overpamper their children? For goodness sake, when a child is asking for something, saying no doesn't mean you hate that child. When you notice your child is exhibiting certain character, calling them to order and disciplining them doesn't mean you hate that child. It doesn't in any way mean you don't like that child. But it still beats my imagination how some parents can actually sit down and be very happy and comfortable, knowing very well they are destroying the future of these children. And they still go ahead to do it anyways. And they tag it love. It's a pitiable situation, because I see lots of overpampered children in the society. I see lots of overpampered adults in the society. I see lots of ill-mannered adults in the society. And I begin to wonder. So this one like this now is going to end up being somebody's husband and wife. So this one like this now is going to end up being somebody's parents. Really? Parents, I think we can do better. I think we can do better. And if for any reason, at this point, you are one of those that are over-pampering your children, you are one of those that cannot say no to your children when they are over-demanding, what the things they need and the things they don't need, when they are being disobedient, when you ask them, you give them instructions and they refuse to take them, when they begin to exhibit some very bad characters, then it is a call for you to begin to change the pattern in which you're raising your children. Yes, it is a pattern. It is a very important thing that you need to put in efforts to change that character. All right, guys. I need to go back to work. I just wanted to drop this little video because it's been on my mind for days, and I just wanted to talk about it. Right. And I appreciate if you drop your comments, your opinion, your thoughts on over-pampering children in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Please, parents, don't over-pamper your children so that in the future, you can be a happy parent. Happy parents, happy future. Bye, guys. I love you.